Hi Gina, how you doing?
Hi Tom, I'm okay. You don't sound too good.
Yeah, I'm just still quite miffed that Rob and Ryan have gone. You know, they were my best mates. We were meant to do this journey together, and they've got Wrexham promoted via me, and they've left, and I'm sad.
All good things must come to an end. But Ryan left you a present. There should be a remote on your desk.
He's left me a present. Yeah, here's the remote. I'll press the button on it.
Give it a press.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh! See, he's just got me some pretty lights for the back of my room.
I mean, they give off a good ambience.
I'll be honest, Ryan. If you think buying me some pretty lights is going to work, you might be right,
Also, now you've used them for a sketch and a video. They'll be tax deductible on your tax return.
Of course, that's why he is the multi-millionaire that he is. A very savvy business mind. Ryan, I love you. Hello and welcome back to the Wrexham Way. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode as we get Season 2 kicked off following yesterday's transfer special. And today we're taking on Derby County first of all in the Carabao Cup first round, which I think is going to be a lot closer than you might be thinking. Following that, we'll also do the first league game of the season against Exeter City in League 2. So first of all, thank you so much for the continued support on this series. I've been rubbish with comments and, anything replying wise on Twitter or anything like that. I've been away virtually all week. It's now Thursday night as I record this one. So hopefully this all gets recorded, edited, uploaded in time for 8 o'clock tonight. But it's like my one night this week where I'm actually in my house and then I'm away again for a few days seeing my sister in Manchester. So I've not really had much time to do anything this week in terms of recording and replying to you guys and stuff like that. But I do see the comments. I'll get around to replying them ASAP as well at some point. But thank you all so much for the support and hopefully it continues today as well. Please do drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. So yesterday we had a very successful transfer special. I think you guys seem to agree with a lot of the transfers. Our front line is absolutely superb, but we could do with one or two other signings just to help bolster the team a little bit. So I've not actually done anything with this save since Monday, so I do need to familiarise myself with things a little bit. But what I do remember is that I saved the game at this moment. Now, off camera, I looked for more attacking midfielders through the middle, and right at the start, I could have edited it out maybe, I can't remember, but right at the start of the transfer special, one of the first players we looked at was this guy that I cannot pronounce. He is an attacking midfielder from Aston Villa, and they wanted a lot of money for him on loan. By the end of a transfer window, they've reduced their demands significantly to the point where we can afford to bring him in on loan as an attacking midfielder through the middle for a player good enough for League One. So, in on loan this season, paying 50% of his wages and £2,000 a month in playing fee, we're going to accept it. Carney is coming into the team. What it might mean is that Rob Hall, the guy we've got in on loan or trial right now, I should say, might not be at the club. He's a good League One player apparently, but I think the guy in on loan represents better value for money, I think. Even though Rob Hall did have a good season last time out in the National League with Barnet, I don't know if he's quite the man we need. So Carney comes into the team and he looks pretty decent. Apparently that's still pleasing George Alexander. I think every single signing, whether it's a midfielder or not, he comes back to me and says thanks for strengthening the midfield, even though most of them aren't midfielders. But if we do just quickly compare Carney with Rob Hall, we can see that Carney is a lot better. So I think, yeah, he is better value for money this season than Rob Hall. But whilst I was searching for Carney, if I get rid of some of these loan things, clear all that stuff, if I just look for a general attacking midfielder through the middle who is interested in signing for us, look who comes up again, if I can find him. Annoyingly now, I can't find him. I can't remember his name because it was Monday when I last saw this, which is really annoying. Here he is, Ruben Rodriguez. There we go. He's on a shortlist apparently. Should have looked on there. Now, we tried to sign him several times. First time, didn't get a work permit. Second time, he chose Fleetwood. But maybe he can't get a work permit at Fleetwood because he accepted them, but is still a free agent. We saw this last episode, so I'm very confused as to what's gone on here. but a guy who got 20 goals in my National League last season, I still think we try and grab him. And weirdly, on his first contract, he wanted to be a regular starter on like £1,000 a week. And then he wanted to be an important player on like £2,500 a week on his second contract. This contract, fringe player, on £3.1 a week. If we can get him on a 2-year deal on like 2.5, suggest he's happy. Okay, that was a bit too easy maybe. Should have gone a bit lower on that one. I still reckon Ruben Rodriguez would be a great signing for us. I'm just very confused as to why he didn't go to Fleetwood when we saw last episode that he had signed for them. So actually, potentially, it could be a work permit thing again, and he just accepted the deal with Fleetwood, but then the work permit got rejected, potentially. I'm not too sure, but today's opposition, before we even kick off against them, are trying to sign Paul Mullen. Reject. The offer is terrible. Plymouth also want Bryce Hosanna, but again, the bid's not good enough. But anyway, yesterday was a transfer special. Today, it's all about getting league action done. And this is the team that I think is going to take on Derby County in League One and hopefully win in the Carabao Cup. Derby, in the first season of this game, as you would expect, because they've got so many financial issues and penalties, they got relegated to League One from the Championship. So this is probably the biggest team we would have faced so far in this save. But we have strengthened the team, and I think this team could give them a run for their money. So, new goalkeeper Chris Johns starts in goal. We got him on a free transfer, didn't we, in the end from Linfield, but looks like a very decent keeper. Lennon and Hayden are still the same from last season, but new centre-back Kofi Balmer comes in and plays through the middle. We brought him in from Larne for £110,000. The wing-backs are the same in Medford Smith and Bryce Hosanna, and actually James Jones and Tristan Needham are going to start in the centre of midfield as the same players. But we do have Carney playing through the middle. I can't say his surname. I'm going to really struggle to say it at some point. I'm not going to even try and say it. So I think we just set the nickname to Carney. And then starting up front is, of course, Paul Mullen from last season, but George Alexander, who we brought in from Bromley for £85,000, rising to like £100,000 at some point, I believe. Same formation as last season. It worked very well for us, so I like to think it's going to work for us well today. Okay, so kickoff is upon us here today. Weirdly, this Carabao Cup first round game is really early on in the season as we go 1-0 up already. Paul Mullen, inside of 5 minutes, gets on the end of a long throw, and we've put that one in the back of the net. Beautiful stuff from us there. Beautiful manoeuvre. It's just one throw, one header. The keeper's way out of position, and we're already 1-0 up. So I was about to say something else before that goal went in, but I've now completely lost my train of thought as to what I was going to say. So I think we'll talk about the goals for this season. Obviously, as Mullen makes it 2-0 against Derby County, even better. Good to see Paul Mullen just carrying on from where he left off last season. Alexander with the assist as well. Those two strikers forming a very tight partnership already, hopefully. But talking about season expectations this time around, we looked at the season preview last time. We are one of the favourites to win the title this season in League 2, thanks to the already strong squad that we had and the strong players that we brought in. So for me, we have to be looking at promotion this season. It just goes without saying, I think. We have to be looking for promotion. And if we can't do it, then we have failed somewhere along the way. But the players should be able to do it, as that County goal, I think, is offside. It should be offside there, I believe. And it has been given as offside. You love to see it. What this does suggest, though, is that this Derby County team are not particularly good either. And if we do get promoted, I don't know, maybe we could do a job in League One, potentially. You never know, as Paul Mullen gets a hat-trick inside of 20 minutes. What a start to the season for him. This really is an absolute rocket, I must say, as well. Great work from Medford Smith to get it into Alexander, who gets another assist for Paul Mullen. Absolute rocket there. And I have just remembered what I was going to say as well before the first goal went in. We're playing Derby County very early on this season. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's probably to do with the World Cup schedule, because we still have some friendlies to play after this one, which is a bit bizarre. Oh. No. I think he's just got 2 assists. 2 assists on his debut, and has now got himself sent off. George Alexander. I mean, it's a memorable one at least. I mean, have you ever heard of a player have a debut where inside of 41 minutes they get 2 assists and then a straight red card? As a striker, he was literally playing left back when he got sent off, essentially positional wise. Oh, how's that gone in? I mean, these games are eventful. Most games on camera are pretty eventful at the moment. Hopefully that George Alexander red card won't do much to us. It's just one less attacking outlet. Paul Mullin got his hat-trick. This should be enough to take us into the next round, I reckon. And actually, we are ahead in the match stats too, but I am looking at some of the numbers of these Derby County players, and there's a mix. In fact, to be fair, most players are above number 11, which to me suggests they are playing a very big backup team here at Derby County. Annoyingly, Harry Lennon has picked up an injury here today. So our players are dropping like flies. I've also realised I presumed we had 12 subs on the bench. We've only got 7. So we only have defenders and midfielders on the bench, which is okay because Paul Mullin can play the whole game, can't he, I suppose. Let's play Ben Tozer instead. But with 30 minutes to go, Derby County are coming back into this game. They get a ball into the middle, which is cleared, but only as far as Giovanni on the edge of the area. Very good block. Paul Mullin not really going for the loose ball, though. He's had to now defend from Solomon, who plays it centrally into Knight, and it goes over the top of everyone. 3-2. I'll be honest, I don't really feel like I can blame the red card on this one, because all we've lost is a striker. Like the defensive shape, the midfield shape should all be the exact same, so we should not be conceding these goals, really. If any player's going to get sent off, it may as well be a striker when we are already 3-0 up. But with 10 minutes to go, it could have an impact as that one goes over the bar. Derby County knocking on the door right now. They don't want to be embarrassed on the opening day of the season, essentially, in this cup game. We want the prize money, and we want the clout of beating a team from a higher division, essentially. We got promoted, they got relegated, so two teams in very different trajectories right now. Momentum's with us. If we get a win here today, this should do brilliant stuff for the squad harmony, the confidence, everything. But as Paul Mullin collects the ball in the midfield, plays it back to Balmer, Kofi Balmer, the 21-year-old Northern Irish defender, back into Mullin, into Jones, who plays it forward to no one. This highlight feels like there's going to be a goal at the end of it, and right now I feel like it's going to be for Derby County. No, please not, lads. The red card should not have done this to us. I mean, that's unfortunate. More than anything, that's just very unfortunate, I feel. I mean, Ben Tozer makes a huge mistake in the middle here. He just lets the cross go through his legs, basically through his legs. And then, who's that? Hayden does try everything he can to stop it. The keeper dives as well. Oh. Well, I'm glad I saved a sub, because I think we are going to have to go to extra time here. Unless... James Jones special coming up. Corner. Oh, well, forget I said anything. No. Not like this. Not like this, no. No. Oh my God. Oh, you have to laugh. Oh. I think we try and forget this game ever happened. I mean, imagine scoring a hat-trick and still losing. Anyway, they were, meant to beat us anyway, because they're in division above us. They're meant to beat us. It's fine. I'm not upset. But I am upset about Harry Lennon being out for 3 to 4 weeks. And, of course, new signing George Alexander. I'm blaming him for this. It's your fault. I mean, it shouldn't be your fault because you're a striker and we're 3-0 up. Defence let us down. But I'm still blaming you. It just means we can focus on the league. Just means we can focus on the league and the FA Cup and the pizza trophy as well. But in a friendly, we can beat Ipswich 3-0. And Ipswich are League One. Yeah, so, I mean, we can do it. We just chose not to against Derby. I've also got to choose my captain for the season. It's currently Ben Tozer, but I don't think he'll play much this season. So I want to swap it over to James Jones and have Aaron Hayden as backup. Or maybe promote Aaron Hayden, to be fair, and then make James Jones the vice-captain. Not Connor Bradley. I want Aaron Hayden as my captain. James Jones as the backup. I think Ben Tozer might get upset about this. Doing it, though. Hayden promoted. James Jones technically promoted too. If I press continue on this at some point... Oh, no. He's not cross. Well, in that case, he was never alpha enough to be the captain. should never have been there in the first place. And now this is a bit annoying. I've been trying to get some new staff members in over summer as well, and this guy has been granted a work permit. I thought it said it was blocked. No, so we've got a new physio. This guy's got 19 physiotherapy. He's coming in to be our head physio, which is fantastic. We've got to get rid of the current head physio, but that's fine because he's terrible. So we'll pay 20 grand to get him out of the club. Brilliant. We've also signed Dirk Kuyt as well, or Dirk Kuyt. I don't know how you say it. It's Dutch, and I can't speak Dutch clearly. But he's going to become a coach for us. He's not that good, but he's a model professional. So I quite like that bit, to be fair. Welcome, Dirk. You're in the team. So welcome aboard. And yeah, Wayne Peters gone. So we've got a new head physio in, a new coach come in. Things are looking good as we've been drawn with Barrow, Rochdale and Sheffield United under-23s in the Pizza Trophy. No, it's not Pizza Trophy anymore. Oh, it is Pizza Trophy. This logo pack needs updating, to be fair then. Okay, so now we have to wait for a work permit for Ruben Rodriguez to join us tomorrow. Will he get the work permit? Like, he didn't before. No. So that must have been... Okay, that must have been what happened then. He signed for Fleetwood, couldn't get a work permit. He's happy to join us still. Well, I'd love to have him, but he can't play for us, so we will have to cancel it. So that was a big waste of time, really. Sorry about that. And then another physio is joining the club as well because we didn't have many physios at all. This guy has got 17 physiotherapy, but is on a very cheap contract, £325 a week. Oh, what a snake. It's been like a week, and now he's upset about not being captain anymore. Well, Rob Lainton, can you talk to him for me, please, in the first instance? This will make my life easy. Okay, he drops like a... He's not alpha enough. You're never alpha enough, Ben Tozer. But we are now finally here for the first game of the league season against Exeter. So, we have a few issues with the team. Harry Lennon is injured, obviously, so we'll bring him off for, I think, Ben Tozer. Bring him on for that one. And then, of course, Alexander suspended, so on you come Shamanga. Other than that, the team is the exact same, and for this first game of the season, I'm expecting a win. So as kickoff is upon us here today, we are playing green today away from home. The first chance of the game is a corner, which is cleared out from the back, but Bryce Hosanna coming forward, gets the ball into James Jones, the new vice-captain, back to Hosanna, who is not brought down, brilliantly gets away from his defender. His cross, though, not really ideal, not really living up to the whole way he got away from the marking player on him. But Shamanga, with his first real input, finds Paul Mullin via the slide tackle of someone else. So no assist for Shamanga there. But Paul Mullin grabs his fourth of the season technically already, first in the league, and we're 1-0 up on the opening day. But we've done this before. We've done this before earlier on today. Let's not get too excited, even if we go 3-0 up. Let's not get too excited. But it would be quite nice to go 3-0 up. And hopefully Kofi Balmer finding James Jones is going to help us do this, as Mullin now finds Shamanga, who hits the crossbar. How unlucky is that? A goal on his debut would be amazing. But so far, we are doing quite well. We are dominating the match stats. 6 shots to 1 shot. Watch them now have one go in the back of the net or something like that. But Hayden finds Johns back in goal. Out to Tozer. Out to Medford Smith, who plays it into Shamanga, who's got a bit of pace on him, but also a very good pass to find Paul Mullin, who has now got 5 goals this campaign already. Shamanga with the assist. Both George and Shamanga, I must say, are doing much more than McCallendon did last season. He wasn't that great for assists. It all came from James Jones, but every assist we've had, apart from the throw-in, has come from a striker. And even ones that were kind of blocked and pushed into the path of the striker came from our other striker, essentially. So we've done pretty well so far. A free kick here for us on the edge of, well, not quite edge of the area. It's a good 25, 30 yards out or so. Paul Mullin over the bar. If he scored that to get 2 hat-tricks in 2 games, both inside of like 30 minutes, that would have been crazy. But at half-time, things are looking good. But they were last time as well, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. I must say, Carney in the attacking midfield is not having a great game. I might bring him off in a second. There's a good defensive play there from Balmer and Hayden and Johns, to be fair. If you look to bring it out from the back here, in the end managed to do it. Into Needham, who played a long ball forward in towards Paul Mullen, intercepted, but we intercepted the clearance, and Needham can once again try and find a pass. This time he goes backwards, much more sensible, get that pass completion up, as Kofi Balmer, with loads of space to run forwards, finds Needham, finds Jones, finds Hayden, and now Hayden can bring it over the halfway line with Hosanna, down to Jones, who plays one over the top to Paul Mullen, who puts it over the bar. And the winner net move there, I thought it was in, but no, he's been very unlucky not to get a hat-trick so far. In the meantime, I am going to make some changes. We are going to take Carney off the pitch for... No one's injured. No one's injured, lads. Don't worry about it. Brandon Cover is going to come onto the pitch instead. He's one of the youngsters that we brought in over summer, so hopefully he can do a good job. Also, Tristan Needham's going to come off as well for Kieran Wallace. We brought him in from Burton Albion on a free. You love to see it. So hopefully those two changes will change the dynamic of our midfield a little bit. Maybe just help us get that extra ball to the strikers to score another goal. But this first league game of the season has been professional. We've learnt from the mistakes against Derby County. Well, let's not say that yet, Tom. There's 13 minutes still to go in this game. Let's not say it yet. Good clearance, but only as far as Exeter. Right, we've not learnt. We've not learnt. I mean, you have to applaud a goal like that. That was a superb goal. I mean, I will watch it back because this is super... you don't stop those. But we do need to just, drop down to balanced, I think, a little bit. Let's just say demand more. Let's just, hold on to the win. The 3 points is the most important thing. And hopefully, we're going to get our Football League campaign off to a winning start. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. You love to see it. Okay, Exeter 1, Wrexham 2. 3 points is all that matters right now. And temporarily, after the first game of the season, it puts us up to 8th place. So we can't really complain about that. Clean sheet would have been nice, but, 3 points is more important. So next time out, what shall we do? I reckon we come back sort of mid-September time, maybe for Forest Green and Carlisle. That makes sense to me. Both teams probably looking to do quite well in the league this season, both with a bit of ambition. I think they'll be decent challenges. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, have a good one. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.